Good morning. Great to have you with us. Hope you're well. So, today we are back cooking and we've got recipes for you. We've got our usual great cooking tips. And as it's Monday, we have also got our cookbook competition. So, hope you've got a coffee, have a seat, relax. And for the next 20 minutes, we're going to be cooking live from Italy with our very talented Livia and hopefully giving you some inspiration for what to cook for the week ahead. So, morning, Livia. How are you? What are we cooking?
Buongiorno. Hello. Good morning. Buongiorno, everyone. Okay, so I hope you had a good week. So today we are going to do, as we decided previously, talking about a vegetable that you can find easily in UK. I know I've been told it's quite expensive.
Right.
It might be something like £1 each bulb of fennel. But here is very cheap, again, and these are the fennel I'm going to use today. Okay, and we're going to make it in two different ways. So one way is gratinato. So I think you should call fennel gratin, maybe. Okay, cooked in the oven. And the other way is to consume it, to have it raw, which is very good for health. And we're going to make a very simple salad, typical from Sicily, which is orange and fennel salad.
So that sounds delicious.
Just a way to show you how to cook it. Very simple and very easy.
Great. And Kieran, as always, Kieran's manning Facebook. So any questions, please keep asking them. You're always asking lots of questions, which is great. And also we've got links to the recipes as well on the Facebook, on the chat too. So keep in touch and get the recipes from there. So we've got fennel gratin and then we've got fennel and orange salad. That sounds super healthy, Livia.
Super healthy, yes. And fennel is really very good for many reasons. And now we try to list it. I hope it will be clear. So it's good because it got a lot of vitamins. So it got vitamina A, vitamina B, and vitamina C. So obviously the C is good for your immune system. Yeah, so for protection for disease, or for come si dice, seasonal problems. Yeah, and then instead, vitamina A is good for your sight. So that's another good reason to have it. Then it contains a lot of iron in the blood. Okay, it will also help your iron to be higher. So it's really good, and it doesn't look like a vegetable that would have so many properties, but actually that's what it does. Is really good for your digestion system, if I can say it that way. So it got something called anetolo, the anethol, I think in English, but I'm not sure. Okay, that will help the fermentation process that happen during your digestion. So it will help you to digest. So if you feel like you didn't digest well and you are bloating a little bit, okay, you should have fennel. And obviously, as every vegetable, if you have it raw, it's better for your health. Not as tasty as it would be if you have it cooked and, with a nice recipe like the one we're going to do today. There are many different ways to cook it. For sure, you should boil it a little bit first to make it a bit softer, but still crunchy, and then cook it usually in the oven or even on the hob. Here, like we have it very often when we find it fresh. And for example, with my mother, we usually have it with some oil, or she really likes it with butter and Parmigiano. So very simple way and fast to make it. In the south of Italy, it's produced especially during winter, even if it can be produced all year round. It's a vegetable that comes originally from Asia, so it's not local, but it's been produced, cultivated actually, most of all around the Mediterranean area. So, for example, if we talk about Sicily, that's where they produce most of it. It grows in about 90 days. So you plant it, and in 90 days you have a quite high, about 60 centimeters high plant of fennel. This is the cultivated version. Obviously, there is also the selvatico, the wild fennel, which is also got the same properties, very good for health, used in a lot of traditional recipes, especially in the south of Italy, obviously. So most of you that have been to Sicily, I'm sure, have heard about wild fennel in their recipes, not in Sicily only, also in Puglia and in the south in general. out of a, I think you call it bulb, right?
Yeah, right, yeah, bulb.
Right. But actually, I can tell you that this is not a bulb, so make sure that you know it comes is outside from the ground. Si chiama grumulo in the real way to call it in botanical terms, okay? And it got a quite sweet flavor. So in places like Sicily, for example, because it helps digest, they have it at the end of the meal. So they would place it in together with the fruit to serve on the table. And even if you just have a slice of raw fennel, it helps the digestion and it changes the flavor that you got in your mouth.
Great.
Then there is another funny, sorry.
Very quick question. We've got lots of comments, Livia. Everyone's desperate to see what you're going to do with fennel. But Jane was just asking, do fennel seeds have the same health benefits as the fresh fennel?
Allora, fennel seeds, which are not actually seeds if you check well, because I've been studying in these days, they are actually the fruit of the wild fennel. They look like seeds, but they're not the seeds, are usually used as fruit, and they are usually used in tea or, to make tisane, so special teas that helps you to digest. So for sure, they got the same effect, but always better to get used to eat it raw. That would help you a lot your help your system to work better. For example, another important thing is that they help you to eliminate your toxins. So they really help you to clean your
amazing, Livia.
Yeah. So for now, we just know about artichokes and fennel.
Yeah, very healthy. Great. So what we're going to do, so we've got fennel and orange salad and we've got fennel gratin. What are we cooking first?
Okay, yeah. So first I'm going to slice the fennel and boil it. As you can see, they already have boiling water. We can keep the leaves, these bits of the fennel. We can mix it to the breadcrumbs, okay, to give it more aroma, more flavor, and also to give it a bit of green color, which is always nice when you make
Carol's just saying that she loves the look of Livia's fennel. I agree, Carol. It looks amazing, the fennel. It looks so healthy.
I know, yeah, we got them very big. And if you go to Sicily, really, you can find giant ones. They go around in cars in the city and, little ape car. And full of these big bulbs of fennel, because usually when they sell them in Sicily, for example, they come with a lot of more flesh, more vegetable outside. But instead here, because we are in the north, they come already quite clean, but they still very big. Okay, so and you can peel them and take some of the outside leaves. The water is boiling and there is already some rock salt. You can take off some of the outer leaves of the fennel, but since I don't like to waste, and I think it was quite clean, and I washed it before using it, I prefer to try to use it all, especially when you have to boil it. Okay, so when you're boiling it, you know that for sure it's going to be clean and disinfected. So it doesn't matter, and it's still quite hard. So remember to have a piece of fennel after your dinner, for example, and it will help your digestion. Another important property of a fennel that I want to tell you, it's that it confuses your palate with flavors, different flavors, so it's quite sweet. So in the past, it used to be used when in a shop they were selling bad wine. No, like in an osteria, they were selling bad wines. So, the one that tastes a little bit like vinegar. They should also offer some fennel as a side to it, so that they could, si dice in Italiano, infinocchiare. And I think in English you should say fooling around, or trick, or cheat. So it was a way to confuse your palate and make sure that you didn't taste the right flavor of the rotten wine that they were serving to you. So we have a way to say in Italian, which is infinocchiare, which means I'm taking advantage of you, I'm fooling you around, which I think it makes sense. So I don't know if you got something about fennel in UK, a word with a fennel, but that's difficult for me.
Yeah, okay, great. So, and can I just quickly, Livia, before you chat, can I just mention our cookbook competition?
Sure. Meanwhile, I cut the fennel for the salad because it's boring. So you can. Okay.
Yeah. So this week our cookbook competition is we're giving away A Table in Venice. So this is a lovely cookbook by the English foodie Skye McAlpine. So if anyone would like to win a copy of this book, please just pop your name in the comments below. Last week, Minette won Pasta Granny's cookbook, and I know she's been receiving it, and we're looking forward to seeing what she's cooking. But Minette was been busy doing shortbread this weekend. We also on Amici Club Facebook. So yeah, there's some really lovely recipes in here. A Table in Venice, not just recipes, but it's a bit of a travel book as well. Some lovely pictures and images of Venice. So just a great book for February to cheers up and help us all think about travel again. So yeah, pop your name down if you like a copy of the book. Livia, we have got people here watching us, not just from the UK, but we've got Diane in Sydney, live from Sydney. How exciting. Hi to you.
Wow.
Val, yeah, we saw Val on Friday. Apologies again, Val, I cut you off on Friday in your Aperitivo class. Don't let me do that again. And everyone's here, great. So that's good. So anyone, if you like a copy of the cookbook, to win a copy, pop your name down in the comments below and we'll...
Okay. Are you okay? Maybe it's me by myself. Lauren, are you okay? Well, while Lauren is not here, I think if you can hear me, can you still hear me? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I'm going to keep preparing the ingredients for the salad while we're waiting. Okay, so for the fennel salad, if someone can write something on the comments saying that you can hear me, maybe I can see it so I can keep going. But anyway, I will keep preparing the salad. So for the salad, we'll need orange. Okay. And then we need olives, some chilies, and we need also fresh spring onions. You call them spring onions. Instead here, yeah, cipolla fresca. This is a red onion, which is quite sweet and is from Calabria. Okay. Lauren, are you okay? Maybe not. All right. Let me check.
Sorry,
yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep doing the recipe. I think they can see me, so that's why I finish with the salad, if it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to, as I was saying, I'm going to use these onions. And these are spring onions coming from Calabria. So sono la cipolla di Tropea. As I always say, Calabria is beautiful and Tropea is really nice town on the coast. Beautiful, famous for this DOP production of these onions. So I'm going to clean. Obviously, I will take off the outer skin of the onion. I'm keeping some of the green bits, okay? Obviously, if you don't like onions or if you don't like spring onions, especially in a salad, it's something that if you don't digest well, it can be with you all day after you had a salad with spring onions. So we are going to slice it small. You can skip it in case you don't like it and you don't want to use it. Now I'm going to peel this orange. Okay, this orange come from Sicily, even if it's not a blood orange onion, it's just a very sweet orange, which is in season now. You can find it very easily here. Okay, I'm going to peel it to make sure there's not much of the skin of the pits. I don't know how you call it exactly. Okay. Also, I like to use the zest of the orange in another way. And now I'm going to slice it. Okay. Così. Okay. So this way, there's not much of the white part of the orange. That it's the bitter part. Okay. The orange have a lot of juice, which is even better. I'm going to add it to the fennel that I've sliced very thin. Okay. I'm going to slice very thin also the onion. I'm not going to use all of it because it's quite a lot for this amount, and I don't want to taste the onion too much. I like it, but you have to be quite delicate. And this onion, the tropea, is good for this recipe because they are sweet. So it makes this salad really even more sweet. Then I'm going to add chili pepper, very typical from the south, some chili flakes. Okay, some, because these are quite chili, so, okay. And olives. These actually are my olives. I've made them, I think last year. Yeah, got them from Tuscany actually, and they were a tree that was making very small variety of olive. Okay, here, kept in a brine for a long time. These are the ones that I got from Calabria, and I've made them this year. They are bigger, as you can see. Okay. Now I'm going to mix it, some olives, which is a good flavor with these ingredients, yeah. Okay. And I'm going to season this salad with olive oil and some salt. And obviously pepper, if you like it. Okay. I will leave it here with the juice of the orange that will come out from the orange. I will mix it a little bit and leave it here for a few minutes while we finish preparing the other preparation. It's nice also. I like to use in this recipe also the, I don't know how you call it. I call it la barba. Okay. So it's like the air. I don't know how you will call it. Comunque they are just the leaves. They are very flavored. They're very tasty. So I like to use them. Also, they give a nice green color to the salad. Okay. Okay, so we leave it here to season a little bit, but it is actually ready. Lauren, are you okay? Yeah. Robert. Anyway, I think I will keep doing this recipe. Yeah, I think fennel can be grown everywhere in every country with every temperature, even if it's from Asia originally, and it's produced now in a lot of Mediterranean regions. So, but you can make it in different time of the year when the temperature is fine and the amount of water that the plant would receive. You can make it in different times of the year. Can you still see me? Because I cannot see Lorna, but anyway, now I am going to drain the fennel because it's ready. Just have to cook for something like 10 minutes. Okay, drain the water. Okay. And I am going to prepare the breadcrumbs flavored with garlic and Parmigiano and some parsley. Okay. And that would be ready to stuff the fennel. Okay, I think you can see it because someone is talking about fennel salad, so I hope you can see me. Okay, so for this fennel salad, fennel gratin, as we were saying, we need some breadcrumbs that get some flavor of garlic. So to do this, I like to use, okay, so one garlic clove, oil and breadcrumbs, Parmigiano, then some parsley that would give, every time I do something gratin, I always use parsley. Anyway, you can even just use the green bits of the fennel that, as I was saying, I don't like to waste it. Okay. So I'm going to add some olive oil to the pan. Don't know if you can see the pan. No, maybe not. Vabbè. If you cannot see it, I will move it here. Let me check. Vabbè. I don't know if something happened. Anyway. Okay, so this is.
Sorry, yeah, Livia, sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, our camera's broken.
Oh, okay. Fine. I kept doing the recipe, so I think it's fine. We are ahead with the recipe. So now, I like not to have too much flavor of garlic, so I'm going to leave a garlic clove here, all in one piece. Flavor the oil with garlic. Okay. Can you hear me, Lorna? Even if the camera is broken?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Now, just to know if doing all of this by myself or
No, I'm still here. I'm really sorry.
Can hear me. Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know, just to know if they can see me or not.
Brilliant.
Okay. So we just flavor the oil with the garlic clove. When the oil is very warm and flavored by garlic, I'm going to pour the breadcrumbs. Okay. Then the breadcrumbs will absorb the oil, become more sticky, more flavor and tasty of garlic. This is a way not to give too much garlic flavor, make it quite digestible and easy to use. Okay, so now I will turn it off and mix in the breadcrumbs. And after I flavor it with oil and garlic, I'm going to add Parmigiano. In the south of Italy, they use very often these breadcrumbs to flavor the pasta, to spread on top, sprinkle on top of the pasta instead of Parmigiano. So that's, let's say, il Parmigiano per I poveri, we could say. It is like originally, that's traditionally in the South, they didn't produce Parmigiano, so they used to use breadcrumbs on top of pasta. Here I'm adding Parmigiano, just to give it more flavor. I've cooled down the temperature of the oil, adding the breadcrumbs. Parmigiano should not melt too much. Questa si chiama la mollica. So la mollica is how they call it in Sicily when they serve it on top of pasta. Instead, here we're going to use it to make fennel gratin. Okay. And now I'm going to add parsley. Okay. And if you have it, you could have used also, as we were saying, la barba, the herbs, the leaves of the greener leaves of the fennel bulb. Okay, quindi this is ready. Very simple and very fast. Okay, Lorna, I'm going back to the pan. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, and here we are ready just to finish the dish. How is it going, the competition for the book?
We need to get a few more people, Livia. If anyone would like the book, a few more entries, please.
Did anyone already won?
No, we'll pick a winner at the end. So if anyone would like a copy.
Okay, you have to say, yeah, sure. Okay, so some oil in the dish where I'm going to cook this fennel. This may be a small dish for this. Okay.
And would that
be salt in the water? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
That'd be a really good accompaniment of the fennel gratin. Would you have it with maybe chicken or fish, or what would you serve it with?
Usually the fennel flavor goes very well with pork meat. So usually, especially when you use wild fennel or what is very tasty, even stronger flavor than this fennel, which has anise aniseed flavor, is good with pork meat. But we have it as it can be a vegetarian main course, for example, since we have learned they got a lot of very good things, elements in it, and also it's very tasty. So it can be a main course on itself, for sure, but a side dish to meat. So a little bit more oil to make sure that our mollica, which for here is called just pane grattugiato. Okay, so I'm going to call it as we call it here. Sprinkle. You can do it two ways. Either you sprinkle it on top if you have smaller bits. If you have still bits that are quite, big and solid, I would prefer to mix it here with this. Yeah, I'm not sure, Lorna, how can you find fennel easily? I've read that some of you said you produce it in your garden, in your vegetable garden. I think it's a very pretty plant also that you can grow in your vegetable garden. It's very nice, very elegant. I think I like it.
It's a really versatile vegetable. I was looking at that book, Livia, The Table in Venice, and I was just remembering one of the last times we were in Venice, and you dragged us all off in the boat, and we went for a cocktail. Do you remember?
Yeah, bellissimo. Yeah, I remember. That was someone else's idea. I don't remember his name, but one of the guests that suggested to go to Cipriani Hotel to have a drink there. I was really worried because I thought that was going to be very, very posh, and I was not sure we were going to be allowed in. So I didn't, I was not sure about doing it or not. But at the end, we went, and it was really successful because everyone loved it, and it was really nice. You can just get a boat. It's like a free boat that takes you from in front Piazza San Marco. You do a free ride by boat for about 5 minutes, go across the canal, and then when you get at the hotel, it's all very posh and very, they treat you very well, and they let you go inside the hotel, and you go around the pool and have a cocktail there. And the prices of the cocktail were exactly the same as if you would have had one in San Marco Square. So, and it was really nice.
I've got lovely pictures as well. And then do you remember we also had a really nice lunch in that little bar, this sort of restaurant where we had the cicchetti lunch?
Yeah, that's in El Baccaro. Yeah, I always talk about Venice when I do my aperitivo lessons because it's connected. Like cicchetti are typical from Venice, and most of my aperitivo recipes come from different regions in Italy, but some of them are for sure from Venice because that's the best place to go for an aperitivo. The more typical there than anywhere else. So also in Milan, they have a big tradition about, they are the places where they have invented famous liqueurs, like for example, Milan, which is famous for its aperitivo. That's where Campari is produced originally. And in Venice, Spritz is always popular, obviously. So anyway, so I will, you should cook this now in the oven, 100 and quite strong, so quite hard, high, 190 for about 15 minutes. Also keep it high in your oven because what you want to do, everything is cooked. Also, la mollica is already cooked now, like it's already flavored and nothing has melted. Also, the cheese have melted. So what you want to do is just make it crispy, crunchy, and also stick to the fennel. And the fennel is half cooked. And I think for sure you like it when it's still quite hard. So we don't want to cook it too much. So about 15 minutes. High temperature, and it will be ready. So that could be a good side dish to pork meat for sure, for any other meat or a vegetarian dish on itself. And now I will also show you how to serve the salad. And I have this one ready, okay, that I made previously. So you can see how it should be at the end. Okay, so it's very important. It's just colored a little bit. As you can see, there's not much difference from the one that I've just made. Instead, we should finish our salad. Okay. So now that it is well flavored, now I can show you a picture of the salad. Okay. Okay.
That looks really fresh, doesn't it, and crunchy?
Yeah, and it is mixing with. I like us to use the orange juice. Like it's mixing with olive oil, salt and pepper, and a little bit of the juice of the orange for sure. So
I think we've got a few people looking for our cookbook, Table in Venice, the last couple of minutes, and then we can choose a winner.
Okay.
Which is great. And Livia, we were chatting about next week, and we were hoping to get some ideas from some guests, what they would like us to cook. I think we were looking to make some pasta sauces next week, and just wondered if there was a pasta sauce that anyone would like us to make for them. So any suggestions, don't be shy, pop them in the comments and we can come up with some new recipes for next Monday.
Yeah, we have a lot of ideas, but we would like you to say what you would like to cook. So there are many things that we didn't do yet. So they've been very popular, those videos, and I think people like to have clear idea of how a sauce is made. Actually, it will always be my way to make it. Anything that I cook is my way. So with a big influence from my region and my travels, but you know, and I try to stick to the traditional recipes because I travel with pasta granis, but and
Yeah,
mainly with flavors. But
yeah, a quick question from Julia. She's asking, could you grill the fennel instead of putting it in the oven?
great, yeah, sure, yeah, because what you want to do is just gratin the top of it.
Yeah.
So you could do it. Also, when since as I say many times, dear, I don't have an oven here in this kitchen. Usually, I learn how to cook a lot of things on a non-stick pan with oil under high temperature at the beginning, and then lower it down, and it will be like if you would do a gratin. There are many other ways to do fennel, you know, to cook fennel here also with a very quite heavy way with bechamel and cheese, which makes it very tasty and very good. But obviously, I saw we're still in, actually today we are in February, but I saw I'm trying to do recipes that are not too heavy for you.
Great. So we've got a couple of suggestions for next week. Minette was suggesting pesto, and Jane would like to do a basic tomato sauce with fresh tomatoes and basil. Some ideas.
Great, yeah. One day we will have to do ragu sauce because I'm from here and that's where ragu came from. So I'm ready for ragu. But anyway, yeah, perfect. We can choose one of these. Yeah. Either pesto, I have a mortar. We can do it also with a mortar.
Great. And Kieran's manning the Facebook, so he'll let us know who's won the cookbook this week. And that looks like a delicious salad. I wish I was a bit nearer, Livia. I could come round for lunch.
Oh, yeah. I know. That's the salad and the fennel. Yeah, this is really a meal together. And also the fennel salad, I think is good with fish, for example, for sure. So very light and healthy. But have a slice of fennel, a raw one, when you finish your meal. And for sure, it will make you feel easier to digest and changes the taste that you got in your mouth.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Yeah, that's great. And the winner is Suzanne Marley. She's got the Table in Venice cookbook. Well done.
Yeah, Suzanne is in Northern Ireland, I think. In Ireland.
Perfect. That's great. Super.
Sorry, I'm eating.
Have you not had lunch yet?
No.
Bon appetito, Livia. Thank you very much. Apologies for our camera problems today. We'll get them fixed for next week. But it's been lovely having everyone with us. And thank you, Livia, for your weekly dose of cooking inspiration. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.